फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Hello everyone, you're watching Cricket Next. I'm Suramya Kaushik. Well, it took me time to just come to my voice because I think what I just witnessed was pure magical. I would actually call it magical for Royal Challengers Bengaluru, the way they have cruised into the playoffs. Because Bansal, 6 matches they lost on the trot, and they were at the number 10th position in the points table, and at that time nobody had ever imagined that RCB will be in the top 4. And there they are. This match also, before the start of the match, everybody was like, oh, RCB, there is 90% chances of rain, RCB won't win this, CSK will go. At the end of the day, even if RCB wins, CSK will be in top 4. But oh my god, Royal Challengers Bengaluru. I think Virat Kohli's tears were, enough for all the fans and all the people who watch cricket to understand what this meant to RCB.
Undoubtedly, man. I'm still short of words. You finally gathered your voice, but I think I will still take a bit more time for it. An unbelievable match, an unbelievable comeback story. This is like no one expected it, especially playing against CSK. Till the last till the last over, till the last 3 or 4 balls, I was thinking that CSK will hit one or two boundaries and they will somehow reach 200, or maybe RCB bowlers will fumble, bowl a no ball, bowl a wide, do
Yeah,
something like that, because that is what we have been watching throughout the years, over and over,
yeah,
again and again. But RCB were just brilliant tonight, just edge better than CSK, I would say.
yeah,
In- Actually, they were quite better if we look at the overall margin of win. The won by 27 runs, but no one is thinking about those 27 runs as of now. Even the broadcasters were showing what are the number of runs required to qualify
yeah.
for the playoffs. So one hell of a match. I think this was a match better than any IPL final that we have ever seen in last 16 or 17 years. So to say, the Faf Duplessis catch, then the way Dhoni played,
Yeah.
we saw Dhoni being so emotional, and this is only the second time, I think, after last year's final where some emotions were visible from MS Dhoni. So and again today we saw his aggression. He was not happy with Tushar Deshpande's bowling towards the death. He was
Yeah.
frustrated when he got out. You never see those kind of things with someone like MS Dhoni. Even after the match, you saw there was that dejection of sorts on his face when after the last two dot balls that Yashpal bowled. So overall, just an amazing match, unbelievable match. I've been getting text from many of my friends and everyone. And everyone is in just awe of this match. Something that we didn't expect. It was obviously an important match for both these sides, and the fan base and the history that these two teams have obviously would take the center stage. But this was out of this world, I would say.
Actually, yes, Bansal. There are two, three things. Obviously, you talked about this Faf to Plessis catch. Okay, he, got this brilliant catch, and Mitchell Santner was also very surprised when Faf took this catch. It was brilliant, unbelievable catch. But let's go back to the start of the match. Okay, Chennai Super Kings, they won the toss. They opted to bowl first, and we were discussing off the camera that that it'll be easy for a CSK to win this match because there were
Right.
rain predictions, and then especially in Bengaluru, when you opt to chase, it becomes an easier task. But then time and again, Bansal, I told the same thing to you: who will chase for Chennai Super Kings? Who is there? And you mentioned one point that RCB were better than CSK. Well, all through the while, before the pre-match show, before the post-match show, also I kept saying, CSK deserves to be in the top 4. But I think now the kind of match they played today, the kind of captaincy that Faf did today, I think something has changed for them. They have got the momentum. Nobody knows what will happen with them in the eliminator round. Even if they'll, win the eliminator, they'll have to play the qualifier too. And if they win in the qualifier too, then they'll go to the final. So still two matches are left. But if Royal Challengers Bengaluru are able to pull off those things, I think it'll be a massive thing to talk about, because I have never seen, any team coming up to the ranks after such kind of defeats earlier in the tournament.
If something like that happens, it will be magical. But as you said, it is quite far as of now. Considering
Yeah,
they have to play they have to win at least two games to
yeah,
qualify for the finals itself. So I would say it is quite far. This was undoubtedly equally difficult. This game, particularly playing against CSK, but the next games are not going to be easy against the likes of SRH or Rajasthan Royals or KKR, whoever they
Kolkata
meet
Knight
going
Riders.
forward.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So in the next two games, I mean overall, so it's not going to be easy. But as of now, I would just want to stick to this match, the way they won. And since you mentioned the start of the match, at the toss, it felt like RCB are on the back foot because of rains, also
yeah,
because of the manner in which they have their bowling history. They fail to chase even big totals. Even today,
yeah,
CSK
yeah,
reached very close as we saw, but then they held their nerves, and kudos to the way RCB batted. Like they started well the first 3 hours, but after the rains, the pitch completely changed for 3 or 4 hours. The spinners were spitting venom. It seemed like the ball was spitting hard from the pitch. मतलब इतना turn हो रहा था, इतना bounce हो रहा था,
yeah,
and it was all uneven. It didn't seem like a Chinnaswamy pitch for a while, for 3 or 4 hours. But Kohli and Duplessis managed to maintain their momentum. Didn't lose their composure or didn't come under pressure even after two or three very tidy overs from CSK spinners. So I
yeah.
think credits to them, and then the way Cameron Green batted and those came from
True.
Maxwell and DK as well. Were good. Amazing stuff.
Absolutely. Faf du Plessis got the Player of the Match award, and he really deserves that. One, for the way he batted. He made 50 odd runs and took team to a comfortable position at the end of the 10 overs. And after that, Cameron Green built on it. If we have to talk about Patidar, because Patidar is in a good form, he also built on what Faf du Plessis gave. And then, as you said, the cameo from Dinesh Karthik as well. And that's how the whole team pulled off 200 plus runs on board, and that's how they went to 218 for 5. Now, as I already mentioned, when RCB made 218, my first question was who will chase in Chennai Super Kings, because CSK, they are known to, put good scores on board. But when it comes to chase, the way their batters have batted this season, it has been disappointing. First of all, let's go to the first wicket celebration that was of Ruturaj Gaikwad on the very first ball. And if you see Kohli's and Siraj's expressions, I think people will get it very well that what it meant for them, because Gaikwad has been in some form, and captain का पहली बॉल पे आउट हो जाना बहुत बड़ी बात होती है, and that exactly happened. After that, we all know that Rachin Ravindra batted well, and I was saying, Bansal, that if
Yes.
CSK have to win, one Kiwi has to bat. It was Rachin Ravindra. Good that he got first half century of the season, but they didn't end up on the winning side. Then obviously this catch, and I think because of the catch, because of the way he batted and the captaincy, he's got the Player of the Match award. If you haven't seen his catch, please go to the highlights. I would say it's one of the best catches in this
I
IPL
think the
20.
broadcasters will have this as a separate video on their apps, undoubtedly. So
Absolutely. You'll get it on Twitter also. You might get it on Twitter. You
yeah,
just
right.
type FAF today. You just type FAF, or you type RCB also. You'll get to have this, catch. And then this is the winning
These are the winning
moment.
moments.
Yeah. And I think the expressions on each and everyone's face, it's enough for everybody to know that what RCB must be feeling right now, especially Virat
Uh,
Kohli. Now, Bansal, how big of this win is for Virat Kohli? Do you think? I mean, I know it's a very early question, so to say, that maiden IPL trophy coming RCB men's side or not, but what this qualification means. इतने matches हारने के बाद जब आप एक ऐसा comeback करते हैं.
I think for someone like Virat Kohli, in spite of the fact that we see him breaking records every now and then, today also he broke two or three records. So he keeps doing those things. But I think to qualify for the IPL playoffs and in such a manner, I think it is a big thing for someone like Virat
True.
Kohli, especially क्योंकि हम देखते आ रहे हैं कि आरसीबी सीजन बाय सीजन अच्छा खेलते हैं. Half of the times they reach playoffs, half of the time they fail to reach there. But उसके बाद भी finals नहीं जीत पाए. We saw 2016 was their golden chance. उधर भी वो जीत नहीं पाए थे. So I think and more importantly, Kohli has said two or three times very recently, even after the start of the IPL, एक दो बार आरसीबी के वीडियोस में वो बोले, ब्रॉडकास्टर्स को भी बोले वो कि it is kind of his dream to lift that trophy for once, at least for
Yeah.
once. Uh, and that determination and that spark was visible in his eyes throughout this season. I mean, जिस तरह से वो हर गेम में आके बैटिंग कर रहे थे इस सीजन में, हर एक आज भी जब जब सिचुएशन डिफिकल्ट हुई, जो मैं पहले बोल रहा था, इन द पावर प्ले
Yeah.
आफ्टर द ब्रेक, तो हर एक बाउंड्री के बाद ही वाज पंचिंग हिज बैट, ही वाज पंचिंग इन द एयर, ही वाज रोरिंग अगेंस्ट द बॉलर. तो वो
Yeah.
चीज दिख रही थी. He
Yeah.
had that specific spark and aggression which we largely see, but इस बार थोड़ा अलग ही, थोड़ा ज्यादा ही अच्छा दिख रहा है उनमें. And he was determined, and you saw that celebration of his and Siraj after that
Yeah.
first wicket. The important
Gaikward's wicket.
ना कोहली ने कैच लिया था, ना ही सिराज बॉलिंग कर रहे थे, यश दयाल बॉलिंग कर रहे थे. आई रिमेम्बर इट करेक्टली.
Yeah.
तो एंड स्टिल द वे दोस टू गाइस वर सेलिब्रेटिंग, तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है. एंड एज यू आल्सो अर्लियर मेंशन, मैच जीतने के बाद थोड़े टीयर्स से कोहली की आंखों में. एंड एंड इट ऑल सम्स अप, मतलब इंडियन टीम का इतने सालों से ट्रॉफी ड्राउट है, प्लस आरसीबी का इतने
True.
सालों से ट्रॉफी ड्राउट है. यू सी अदर टीम्स विनिंग five championships, and you are finding it hard to even reach the playoffs half of the time. So वो चीजें कहीं ना कहीं I think affect करती है. However big a player you are, ultimately you are a human. So I think थोड़ा वो चीजें affect करती है, and I think that is why it means a lot for कोहली.
Yeah.
और वो ये भी बोले कि अप्रैल जिस तरह से उनका जा रहा था, he had almost packed up his bags, and उनको लग रहा था कि इधर से तो हम कहाँ ही जाएंगे.
Yeah. Exactly. He himself said that now we are playing only for the pride. He said that in
Exactly.
one of the matches. Yeah.
Yeah, he said
So,
in the match, he
huh.
said on RCB's videos as well with Mr. Nax. So and अभी इस तरह से qualify करना, I think it's a big thing, and
It's
इधर से
magical. It's
it will be,
magical.
it is undoubtedly magical, and इधर से आगे और भी देखने का मजा आएगा जिस तरह से वो बैटिंग करेंगे, because I don't
True.
think he is going to let it go easily
Easily. Yeah.
after reaching the playoffs in this manner. I don't think he is going to let other teams win easily.
Absolutely, Bansal. Absolutely. I completely agree with you. Two, three things quickly. One, the first line that comes to my mind is हार कर जीतने वाले को ही बाजीगर कहते हैं. That has,
Uh,
completely now
now,
suited
now I think
RCB.
RCB owns that line.
Yeah, RCB really owns this line. हार कर जीतने वाले को बाजीगर कहते हैं, because बाजी तो उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी मारी है इस मैच में. Unbelievable. And I said magical quite a few times in this, VOD, but I would love to say that, it's not only magical, it's a lot about hard work also. Because, it's not, आप ऐसे नहीं कह सकते हो कि तुक्का लग गया. you know you just can't be a fluke after winning 6 matches on the trot. So it's
Exactly,
not a
exactly.
fluke. So you can win a couple of matches. You can give credit to luck. Obviously, there is a lot of luck, but I think the way they played today, they outclassed Chennai Super Kings. And you mentioned that RCB were a bit better than CSK. I think they were a lot better than CSK, because from the very start, CSK batters, I felt Gaikwad was under a lot of pressure. Obviously, young captain, but if you see the use of the bowlers, if you see Faf du Plessis, the way he used Maxwell for the very first over, he got a spinner and he got the wicket
Right.
on the very
And he
first
got
ball.
the wicket.
He dismissed Ruturaj Gaikwad on the very first ball. So I think that's what makes the difference. And obviously my heart and the inner CSK fan somewhere obviously goes out to MS Dhoni, for the way he has batted, the way he has played. But Chennai Super Kings, obviously they had a very on and off season this year, and ultimately
Right.
it all boils down to one day's play. So आज हम आरसीबी की बहुत तारीफ कर रहे हैं. I have really no idea what we will be doing on 22nd of May, because
Exactly.
that is the
Exactly.
day of eliminator. तो वो भी एक दिन की ही बात होगी. उस दिन जो अच्छा खेलेगा वो आगे जाएगा, and that's how it is. अगर आपको 2 chances चाहिए होते हैं, then you have to finish on the first and the second number, which eventually RCB won't be doing. So let's see what will happen. But until then, that's the match report from us. Royal Challengers Bengaluru have won by 27 runs. I'll again say it. हार कर जीतने वाले को बाजीगर कहते हैं, and RCB really own this line today. आज उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा खेला है, and they won this match over Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings are out of IPL 2024, and the top 4 finalists, or the top 4 qualified teams for IPL 2024 are Kolkata Knight Riders, Rajasthan Royals, Sunrisers Hyderabad, and Royal Challengers Bengaluru.
Royal Challengers Bengaluru.
Yeah,
RCB.
that's our okay. That's that from our side. Please take good time to celebrate. I am really happy for all RCB fans this year. I think it might be your year, because RCB's women's team won it, and perhaps men's team too. Who knows? But for now, just enjoy their playoffs qualification. That's it. Good night. Take care.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट.